At what
Go ahead.
point did you ever lose faith that he actually would ask the question? Because 6 years is a long time.
No, 100% yes. Like, but and so I can be honest about that journey on my side. I wasn't.
Say how's the fam?
Hey y'all, welcome back to How's the Fam, your podcast about family, friends, and growth. And today I'm joined by one of my peers, somebody who I truly appreciate in this space. She knows all about marriages and she knows how to prepare you guys for happily ever after. You guys, I welcome Meagan from New Marriage Material to the show. Meagan, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Y'all doing
Yeah.
okay?
I'm glad you was able to come out here and chill with us regular folks, you know? She specifically didn't want me to say that, but you know what? It is what it is. But hey, Meagan, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are.
Okay, so as Tyler said, I am Meagan Lewis, also known as a newlywed strategist. And so I will define that real quick. Newlywed strategist is someone who teaches newlyweds strategies. That's it. In their marriage, in their newlywed transition. I also, what do I call them? Freshly weds. So people who've been married 2, 3, 4 years. I also like get with them. That's kind of like my heart. Cause
Yeah.
the first year, it all depends. It can be blissful, or it can be challenging. And so, but I do know when year 2 comes, you've had enough running in this game where some things, you might need some strategy. So that's what I do. You can find me on YouTube where podcasts are available, and then also my Instagram, which I'm the most active on, New Marriage Material, under New Marriage Material. So yeah,
That's what's
DM me,
up,
y'all.
man. And I highly recommend that show, New Marriage Material. You guys can literally find on it anywhere podcasts are available, okay? Hey, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about marriages. We're going to be talking about how to sustain them and how to make it past, how to make sure happily ever after lasts forever, okay? But before we do that, we have a segment called Just Checking In. Now, Meagan, Just Checking In is exactly what it sounds like. It's us talking to the people, just letting them know how our day was, any pressing matters that are happening. And I'm going to go first and I'm going to ask you about yours. Is that cool?
100.
All right, bet. All right, so my just checking in story is, y'all, there has been a shaking in the marriage space, okay? We lost some titans in the industry, and that is Devon Franklin and Meagan Good, a.k.a. Meagan Good and her husband. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. Let me tell you how this has affected me. Absolutely not. Okay, my marriage over here is perfectly fine. What they doing over there has nothing to do with what's happening over here. I know a lot of y'all say relationship goals. I have a whole episode talking about why y'all shouldn't idolize these celebrities, how they just people, and all this other stuff. Right now, again, my views have not changed. Obviously, my views have not changed, but it is a sad situation to happen. I wish the best for them. Recently, they made a post on Instagram, and they looked like they was both chilling. So the publicist is in full effect. They posted the same picture, and they posted the same picture with the same caption. So I'm assuming everything's all good. All right. Now that's my just checking in story. Meagan, what you got, man? We just checking in.
So I'm gonna take that media social thing that's going on right now, and when I saw it, I was like, oh. And I'll just speak for me. I don't believe in happily ever after. I used
What?
to, but that got me in trouble. But we'll do that a little bit later.
Oh, without a
So,
doubt.
hmm?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Don't get.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So when I saw it, I was like, I've gotten to a point where I've watched too many reality shows, too many therapy reality shows as well,
Okay.
where they do talk about stuff, and they look real good on Love and Hip Hop. They look real good on all these other shows or on Instagram. And then when you get in those therapy sessions that have integrity and that are real, you find the truth.
Oof.
So when I saw it, I was like, ooh, it's
Oof.
sad, but what happened? Like, what
So
are
you
those
think something
reasons
happened?
why? Well, I should define what happened means. Um, what were the breakdowns in the marriage? That's what I am implying. What were the breakdowns? But that's their business, and I doubt that they would ever say it unless they were willing and ready. And it's so fresh to the public that they may not do that, and they don't have to. So
Tell me about. Hold on, we ain't even in the meat and potatoes just yet. But why don't you
no,
believe in
we're not.
happily ever after?
Because it's not real.
Because
Um,
it's not real. Have you been hurt, or is it
oh,
really just not like a?
100%. But that's not the thing. Okay, you have to understand how you define happily ever after, right? So the media's way of happily ever after is, we were happy ever after. Like after we got married, we was happy. But in marriage, that's not true. You're not always happy forever. So there's gonna be things that, and be careful because those three words, happily ever after, is three words.
I don't know if it's two or three. It's one of the two.
Those three words, people would strive for it so much, and it can be an illusion. And so you're striving for this illusion, but you're not prepared for the reality of marriage, which is something that I am. That's kind of like my slogan in a sense. Are you prepared for the fantasy? Or are you prepared for reality of marriage? Because if you are just getting married for the happily ever after, your prince, your queen, or whatever you want to call them, it's gonna take some more than that, more than the title.
I like where you're going with it. That's very interesting to me. I didn't realize I actually do believe in happily ever after.
Go ahead,
I
tell
feel
me
like
what
I'm
you
living it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge you on that
know.
one because I believe, and I'm not to toot my own horn here, but I've been with the same person for an extremely long time. It's been 14 years, and I'm only 30. So I've been with her almost the majority
Wow,
of my life. I've almost been with her longer than I've been without her. And I would
that's
honestly say, at least from my perspective, like, are there problems? You're absolutely right. And are there things that I have to work on, like daily? Do I have to still choose her daily? Is there temptation? These are rhetorical questions. Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when I lay my head down at night, I am like blissfully happy. And it's, I mean, yeah,
100.
you're right. You do have to put in work, and there are a lot of transitions that go into it. But I will say, when you do put in the work, and when you do select the right person and you do the right things, like it's amazing how God handles situations. So
100.
we're gonna get into it. I guess that's been just checking in.
Yeah.
This episode right here is sponsored by me and me and
Amen.
Keisha, right? Because we appreciate you guys, right? And new marriage material. This episode is also brought to all the people by you. You have anything you want to share with the people? Anything you selling? Anything you can?
Yes,
What you
newlyweds.
got?
If you would love to, what is the word? Book a session with me, so we can kind of take a deeper dive into, your marriage and then things that you want to fix, things that you are concerned about, or things that you want to plan for, preventative work. You can come and hit me up in DMs. It's the links are in my bio. I have a spouse session,
Mm-hmm.
which is about how long? 75 minutes or so. No, $75. And then $75.
You gotta remember the
And
offer.
then I have a husband and wife session. That's 115. I had my first wife a spouse session. That was really good. It was fun. Saw some dynamics, was able to be a mediator. That's what I noticed, that sometimes you get so caught up in how y'all do things, it may not be productive. But when you have a mediator in front of you, we can stop it in its tracks.
That's
So
what's
yeah, if you're
up.
interested, you can just hit me up in the DMs, or the link is in my bio.
Hey, and is there a family discount for the people?
Oh yes. How about 15%?
That's what's up, man. So you guys heard it. Use code FAM at checkout, or in her DMs, let her know that the fam sent you, and you will
Yeah.
get a 15% discount. And that's a family discount. It's brought to you
Amen.
from New Marriage Material. You guys, now it's time for the meat and potatoes of the episode. Y'all, it's the reason we're all here. It's the reason we all tuned in, right? And Meagan, opening question: marriage is in your name. Obviously, marriage is very important to you. But my question is, why? Oh, my question is, what does marriage mean to you?
Hmm. So to me, marriage means like it's a union that's supposed to be intentional and purposeful. Um, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Speak for yourself, man. That's
I
all you can do.
had, I know, right? I had the mindset that marriage was something that you like get in, and then it's like the title. It's the place where things happen and open doors, and you kind of get to sit back and chill. That doesn't work out.
That didn't work out
It's
for you.
something that you have to be very active and intentional if you want a productive marriage. And that's how I
Yeah,
define it, a productive marriage. You can be married or you could be like an active person who is being like legit.
yeah.
Because there's both out there. Yeah, I see it all the time. You know how you go to church and you see people like, oh, y'all been married for 60 years. And people like,
They
and?
don't even sleep in the same bed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I don't want that. I want, what you talking about, Tyler? Talking about when you go to bed, you like, I'm
Dude.
good with my
Well, I'll tell
decision.
you, people. It is funny because like I hear people be like, "Yo, ain't no happily ever after." I interviewed my good homeboy Julian. I don't forget what episode the interview is, and he said, "I don't believe in the one. I believe in the one you make it work with." And I even challenged him. I was like, "Julian, let's be real here, bro. Like, there is a one. Like there, he and to his credit, I agree. Maybe there isn't any one person out there, right? Maybe there's a set of person that you're compatible with, and you have to select that person and hold on to them, right? Maybe that's
Mhm.
true, but for me, like there is no doubt in my mind that Keisha, like my wife Keisha, like that is the person. And while it's bad, I've known that
What?
for a long time. And before we got married, I messed up. I did. I ain't gonna even
Okay. Okay.
lie. But when you actually get married and you try to achieve the thing called oneness, um,
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's something beautiful about it,
It
without
really
a doubt.
is, isn't it?
Yeah. So, how did you know? Like, I always talk about Keisha and like how I'm like, yo, this is the person. And I told you about what my homeboy Julian said. He doesn't believe in the one. He believes in the one that you make it work with. Question is, how did you find your spouse? How did you find the person you were like, this is the person I'm gonna make it work with?
I was a freshman in college and he was a
Hey,
sophomore.
still, you got shot your school out. Like, you can't just.
What's up, Prairie View? What's up? PVAMU, Okay. So I told my friend, his name is Stefan. He was like my brother at the time. I said, I'm ready to start dating. But he took that as a literal permission slip to go find me somebody. And I was just talking to my friend about how I feel. Okay. Thank you, Stefan, though. Okay. So Stefan, I don't know what he did. He was scoping or whatever, but he said, okay, I'm going to find her somebody. And he picked my husband, Vernon. And so Stefan, he was going to church consistently and I wasn't, but I told Stefan as well that I was ready to, what is the word? Start my relationship with God for real, like on my own, when you
I
get
feel
out
you.
in when you get out in college, like that's your real time to show like, are you going to continue the relationship or you're just going to rely on your
I agree
indirect
with that.
relationship with God through your parents? So,
I agree.
um, he found Vernon. He picked Vernon for me basically. But like, I was like, okay, well, Stefan, like, tell me like who this guy is. Like, tell me about him. I don't know anything about him. I think he showed me a picture, and like when you're on campus and you like recognize people, like, oh, I've seen him in the cafeteria before. It was like that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what's up. Like, you
and
knew of
so,
him, you didn't know him.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he wasn't a complete stranger picture in my mind for some reason.
yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, He was in track, and all the athletes went to dinner around 5:30. So as a freshman girl who like wanted to be in the mix, knew to go to dinner at 5:30. So that's probably why I knew.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. So the football team, the track stars,
I think the
tennis,
football
everybody.
team, the track team, like if it was post 5:30, the athletes were in there for sure.
I feel
And
you.
if you, what we used to call, what we used to say, if you were trying to get chose, you would go then. So you would get cute. You put if you wanted to wear makeup, if you wanted to wear clothes, you would go at a time. Okay.
Like I said, women understand the game, man. Women understand
I
the
mean,
assignment.
duh.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
Make
All
sure you
right.
smell good. Make sure you smell good when you pass the football table.
Get that double take.
Just
Just
just smell real nice. Okay.
that's what's up.
So, anyways, that's how I thought I knew his face basically. Um, what happened? What happened? But also, hold on, let me not sound thirsty. Also, I was a theater major, okay? I was a theater major and we had a class called practicum where we basically build the sets. We would also get out at that time.
Oh,
So
nice.
I wasn't just waiting, but it was
But you
convenient,
knew the
okay?
game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I knew
get
the
you.
game.
I get you.
Okay. So anyways, I saw Vernon. I met him at a track meet that was Prairie View was hosting. I
Okay.
think that's where I met him. Um, and I wasn't just looking for a cute person or a fine person, or I was looking for you cute, you fine, and you have a demeanor, and you have a certain like je ne sais quoi, or whatever you want to call
Oh, I
it.
see you
Like
with the
you,
vocabulary.
no, 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 no. Like I'm looking for like a certain standing, character standing, like a thing about you. And he had that. And so that was like my freshman self, my 19-year-old self was like, okay, well, we can do this. Because you know how you can look at people and like be like, mm-mm, waste of time.
That's
You gonna
real.
play the game. You gonna play games or you just here for fun. So that's
I,
how we met. That's what made me be like, okay, I
there's
can like
something.
entertain this. That wasn't the word, but like basically, I've said I'm the kind of person like I'm not here for games. I'm not here for play. So if I'm talking to you for real, that means like I'm trying to like be serious.
So, what
I was
about him made you realize that this is the person that you had the potential to spend the rest of your life with?
we would talk and he wasn't like you know how God well let me not say that. Some guys when they're immature, yeah, that's what it was. It was his maturity. That's what exactly what it was. It was him not being so quick to be like touchy feeling on me. It was him not being quick to like he was very, very respectful. And for that for me was something that I was looking out for.
Okay.
He wasn't making the jokes. That's a red flag for me. I don't have time for that. Stuff like that. So
Okay.
when I saw that the character was there, the respect was there, that was like, okay, something about him, you.
Okay.
That's what it was
That's
for me.
awesome. That's awesome. And so now you've met the person. You're like, yo, this is the person I have the potential to spend the rest of my life with, right? And
Hmm.
you get the ring, and you're planning the wedding. You walk down the aisle. You're at the new marriage, right? You new marriage material, and like, what happens now?
Okay, so you fast forward 6 years. Okay, so basically, from meeting him in 2011, going through college, graduating, he graduated. I got one more year left still because I changed my major.
Still?
Anyway, yeah, I
Okay.
got one. I got two more semesters because I was a theater major at first. Then I changed it to social work. But I
Okay.
digress. I digress. I
I
digress.
got you.
Anyways, what am I trying to say? He graduated. He lost his job because he was an engineer. After he lost the job with mechanical engineering, there were 6 months of unemployment. So that like put a hold on marriage because he was preparing. He was saving for a ring. He got an apartment for us. He asked me what apartments I like, all that. Um, then the job loss. Um, then he joined HPD, which is Houston Police Department. And so
Ah.
he had to go to the academy, which is 6 months. So he went through that. And I think then he had to go through like probate. They do like a probationary period for like a year.
In Texas?
For yeah, well, hold on. Well, I know that there's sheriff, there's HPD, there's what else is there? Harris County, you have to apply to that specific department that you want to go
Hmm.
to. But yeah, he did HPD because we know a lot of HPD, so we knew he could get in easier.
There you go.
So what am I trying to say?
Well, y'all had to prepare. Pretty much, y'all had to come up with a plan in order to get to the actual marriage, and you
Yes,
stuck with him the entire time too.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm about to say it says a lot about your character for sure.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. I guess, I mean, I never thought about it. Like, the only time that I was like a little shaky is when he was trying to go to the Marines and like we were still dating. I'm like, dang, boy, you asking a lot of me right now. You finna go to the Marines? I can't talk to you. Like, I don't know about that one. That was the only time like I was like, ooh, this is a lot.
Yeah,
But I
but he
guess
was just
losing
trying
a
to provide
job,
though, because it says a lot
huh?
about him. He just wanted to provide, right?
That is true.
And without a doubt, the military is a very stable environment, especially for somebody who
It
just
is.
got like who got let go. The military is
Yeah,
a
he was
very
thinking about
stable.
it while he was
Yeah.
still an engineer. Um, I don't know, like this man, he's very like I call him like a warrior. He trying to be out in the field. Like he trying to be out like
Oh no. Yeah,
he
I
trying to be
want
out
to.
there.
I feel you.
America was not his thing. He always trying to be out where the action is. He's always been that way. So that
Interesting.
makes sense about him. Uh
So,
anyways,
at what
go ahead.
point did you ever lose faith that he actually would ask the question? Because 6 years is a long time.
No, 100% yes, like but and so I can be honest about that journey on my side. I was an insecure girl
Okay.
who was still dealing with her unresolved trauma from her family, right?
And what trauma would that be?
So my dad wasn't in my life.
Okay.
There was inappropriateness
Okay.
between stuff like that. And I don't mind talking about my trauma because I don't let it define me anymore. And so yeah.
There you
Um,
go. Okay.
this might sound kind of messed up, but that like typical black family trauma
I
that be
don't.
happening.
To be honest with you,
Okay.
I will tell you, in my family, nothing happened to me and nothing happened to my brother. But my oldest brother, he's, I guess the word for it now would be transgender, because there really wasn't a
Mhm.
vocabulary for it back then. And so within my household, there were like, everything functioned fine until we went into the public, right? And then when we went
Mm,
into the public, it was like, I saw all the hate go to my brother and stuff like that. So that's the only trauma that I personally have. And of course, my oldest brother had like, like this mountain of like the world hates me and who I am type of thing.
wow.
So yeah, so he was the one who actually had a lot of trauma. But me personally, like I really didn't. I didn't have any of that. If anything, it taught me a lesson where it's like no matter what the world says, no matter what the world does, in your home, like that is your solitude, right? And
It
so
can
as
be. It should
parents,
be.
yeah, as parents, one of our goals to our children is to create an environment where they can flourish. And like, I will give my dad all the credit in the world. Like, even though my uncles talk and all this other stuff, like my dad, he more or less let my oldest brother be himself, like at
Hmm.
least behind closed doors. But when we went out into the public, the reality of the situation was, especially at that time, was
Hmm.
like, yo, like he was straight up was like, the world is not gonna like who you are. Then you have to be prepared to like deal with it. So he was like, you got to learn how to fight and all this other stuff. But that's a whole nother tangent for a whole nother today. How did you end up dealing with your trauma? Like, what allowed you to find healing? Because like, if you're in a
So,
relationship, were you able to heal while you're in a relationship?
so yes, this is where the all the unresolved trauma that I was aware of, but I didn't know how it was playing out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you get married, like it plays out, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So the first year was hard from my unresolved stuff and then his unresolved stuff. So the one thing that I noticed about marriage is that if you don't handle your stuff, you are going to like it's gonna come out anyway. All the stuff.
That's funny.
If you don't know, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know why things make you angry, why things make you upset, it's gonna be problems in your relationship. And so
No.
that's what was happening. Like first year for me on my side, like I was like things were like it was just playing out, like just like all things like that I didn't handle on my side.
So
And
this is where I'm
go
going to
ahead.
ask you. You say all the things were playing out. What was playing out?
Okay, so we had our child. We conceived before we got married.
Okay.
So what am I trying to say? Trying to think about the proper timeline. I had him, and because I didn't deal with my trauma, what happened to me as a kid, I became overprotective of my child. And so the overprotectiveness was causing a lot of tension. It was causing a lot of like me not trusting other people with him, with my son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, if no one understands,
In
like
all
got
fairness,
that.
my mom did the same thing, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Because like she saw what happened with my oldest brother is like when they lived in the projects, right? He was like trained more or less. Like they call it is the word training or is it something like that. But he was pretty much trained to be like molested later on, and that
Poor
actually
thing. Oh,
happened
you
to
mean
my oldest
groomed?
brother. Yeah, groomed. That's it. He was like groomed to be molested by somebody my parents trusted. And like when they
Mm-hmm.
found out, like was because like anything that's dark always comes out, no matter what. You can't hide darkness in a world of light. And
100.
so when it finally came out, like my mom was like, "This will never happen again." And they try to
Mm-hmm.
do the best that they can. Like they got my brother somewhere with somebody who could protect him, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's hard to make somebody who's experienced something like that feel whole, right? It's hard to heal in an environment where you were hurt. And so, yeah, it sounds like you were able to maybe achieve something similar to that. Like, were you able to find healing in a place?
So the healing is like ongoing 100% because that was like the playing out of it was year one. And then
Okay.
as year one was progressing, I was seeing how I was not helpful. It was
Okay.
not productive. And this first year was not new marriage material. You know what I'm saying? This was just Megan and Vernon.
This
This
is
was just Megan and Vernon, like trying to learn how to be married. You know what I'm saying?
now. The question is, were these things that you guys had never talked about? Like, how are you together for 6 years, and in the first year of marriage, like the first year that it becomes official, all these things come out? How is that the case?
Because there's a difference between, well, yes, he knew, and then like I was honest about it, just same way how I'm honest about it right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
awareness is only the first step.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But actually, like let's compare it to working out. I know I need to work out, right? I know I'm a little overweight. That's the actual issue, right?
Okay.
But what is the actual steps to heal it, to fix it, to get healthy? Eating correctly, working out, drinking water, getting sleep. Those are the things that were not done. Like
Yeah.
that. So we
But you
had
knew
awareness.
about it. You just never actually put the plan into action.
Yeah, like me from I met him when I was 19, and then how old was I? Think 25 or 26. I don't remember.
I got you.
But like from that time, like it was just like an awareness, and like I'm just going through college, or I'm just going through my life. I'm just going to work. Kind of like just not addressing it,
Got you.
getting
Got you.
caught up in the day to day, getting caught up in this is my boyfriend or this is my fiance. Let's plan for the wedding. You know,
I do.
stuff like that.
I do. I get it. I get it. That's rough, man. So you saying it's an ongoing situation now? Ongoing in from your perspective, or ongoing from his perspective, or ongoing in
Mhm.
terms of both of y'all?
It's ongoing. I would say for both of us because there's healing that like has so there's like two levels in my opinion. There's like my healing that I have to do as an individual,
Okay.
right? And then there's things that like people do in the marriage that can cause disruption that needs healing, that needs attention.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So like I am in the midst of doing what I need to do to become a better person as an individual.
Hmm.
And then that like what is the word? What is the word?
Look, when I was online, I used to like go into the file cabinet.
Trying
What's
to
that
think of
word?
the word. And that like impacts how you marriage.
Mm.
That's why I advocate for people who, if you're going to become a spouse, know who you are as an individual. Know what your purpose is as an individual, what your goal is, what your vision is, who you're connected to, what's the sustainability of you as a person by yourself.
And then you got to find somebody to complement that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, all right, new marriage material. Okay, now, we got to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the origin of new marriage material? Just in general, what is the origin of new marriage material?
So I'm thinking, I think this was year two.
Okay.
I think it was year two. Um, I was on my like self healing journey. It was the very beginning, the infancy stages. Like we probably still in the womb stages of my healing journey, right?
Okay.
So I'm watching all these shows. I'm learning about parenting, be a better parent. I'm reading stuff. I'm starting to like change my Instagram feed, change what I'm watching on YouTube, looking into more books on how to be a better person. And so it was opening doors for like coaches
That's
because
great.
I didn't know about life coaches. I knew about therapists and therapy and all that stuff, but like industry, mindset growth, all these things. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm with this baby and I love him, but this is not enough. This I
Okay.
need something more fulfilling. I feel like I have too many gifts to just like be by the wayside, or
I do.
just be a mom. And I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. Um, and so I'm like, well, how can I be home, but also like, do something that can bring income, but also be fulfilling. Cause I'm not just trying to like make income at like just in general. I'm trying to do something that feels purposeful. And I prayed. I said, God, can you open the door? Can you like make it clear to me?
Yeah.
And I was watching a YouTube mom, and she said jobs that stay at home moms can do. And I think she named about two or three at the beginning of the video. And then for some reason, she said life coaching. I said, and I don't know, the way that the word entered my ear and then landed, it resonated. And I
Nice.
said, this word just, I don't know. I've never heard of it. Let me look into it. What is it? What's do I have the skills for this?
Yeah.
I started diving deep into it. I started watching videos about what it is, what's the requirements, do you have the natural skills, what are the skills that you're going to have to attain,
Mm-hmm.
am I willing to attain those skills
Yeah.
to be successful? And I was. Everything was yes to all those questions I just said. And so, what else? The name New Marriage Material did not come until maybe a year or two later.
It's a brilliant name. That's a really good. That's a
Thank
name
you.
worth. That's a name worth waiting for sure.
Thank you. But yeah, but you know, the essence of it was built there. That's how it started. That's the origin story
That's what's
of
up,
New
man.
Marriage Material.
That's what's up. And so I follow your page. I watch your content. I've watched you grow as a content creator over the past. It's only been like 3 months that I've been watching you
Oh,
and
I
like
didn't know
seeing what you
that.
do. Yeah, it's only been 3 months, which you need to bring the live stream back. But I get it. I get it,
Yes, no, I understand. Yeah, literally, I'm 6 months pregnant, so I've been
dude.
chilling.
Being consistent with
But I
live streaming
understand.
in general is tough. I don't think people understand it. But
It was
you've been,
fun though.
yeah, I enjoy it too. I used to do it in the morning. On Saturday
Mm.
mornings, I used to wake up. I used to live stream, and then I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm done. I want to have fun. I want to have like fun outside with my friends."
Oh, I understand.
So I have one more question for you, and that is, what are two essential tools for a marriage that they need to stand the test of time?
Well, okay. This might sound cliche, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Do your
Okay.
thing, man.
So the first thing is that you're gonna need something that is going to hold you accountable outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real easy. Like, here's an example. If you want the chocolate cake and you know you're not supposed to have chocolate cake, and like nobody can see you get the chocolate cake, you gonna get it. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
So like you need something. So that's in my opinion, God. Like, setting your standards and your principles upon like his word and letting him guide you past the feelings, past the disappointments, past the fickleness of emotions that we feel as human beings, right?
I got you.
And then also you need, in my opinion, self-awareness. You need a willingness to growth mindset. Um I don't agree with people who say this, but people say this. That's just who I am. And who you choose to be is not productive.
Mm,
Who you choose to be is actually not putting you in the best position for yourself, and then even for the people that you surround you, and that could be
yeah.
your spouse, that could be your children. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So two things: something that holds you accountable, something sustainable. Um, it can't be money. Money is not sustainable. It can't be feelings. It has to be
Yeah.
something sustainable. It has to be authentic. And then also a willingness to have a growth mindset is to eat. I don't say change, but a willingness to evolve in your
Mm,
marriage,
that's good.
because seasons happen to every human being, and those seasons are meant to evolve you. Like, a lot of times we'll be like, oh, why is this happening to me? Or they did me wrong.
Yeah.
And so you so focused on being a victim that happened to you, but like, what is the lesson? How can we grow? How can we be better? What is the missing link in me that I need to level 6, level 7, level 8?
Mario,
So
huh?
yeah.
On a new
So I
level.
guess that wasn't cliche. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, those were the two tools that I would give.
That's what's up, man. We've come to the end of the episode. So I wanted to ask, is there anything that you feel like you left on the table? Any places where you think I cut you off? Or anything that you just need additional clarification for?
I don't feel that way. No, I feel good about the conversation. If anyone has any questions or that they want to challenge me on or anything, you can DM me. I love DMs. I don't mind. I don't mind talking.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna clean. All right, so that means we've gotten to our final segment, which is words of encouragement. Okay. Now, Megan, words of encouragement is exactly what it sounds like. It's us pouring into the people and just giving them something that they can hold on to until the next time that we see them. Okay. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'm gonna go first, and then I'm gonna let you think of what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So if you made it this far into the episode, you guys, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Wholeheartedly thank you. Everybody don't make it this far, and you are among a rare group of people. So from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate you. Now I have a few things I'm going to ask you to do, and I'm going to, if you do it, you're helping out the podcast. Okay. The first thing is, if you're listening to the YouTube version, please subscribe so that you can find us to stay up to date with our uploads. Also, make sure you leave a comment below with your favorite thing that was said in this episode. Okay. Also, comment below any questions that you have and for the time that Megan comes back to the show. Okay. Now, also, if you're listening to the podcast version, I want you guys to leave a 5-star review. More or less saying the same thing, like say what you appreciated about the episode that you watched, this episode, and also let us know, like, hey man, it's like this is who you need to have back on the show. We really appreciated this person. All right. All right, so do those things for me. It truly helps us grow, helps us move up the algorithm, and it helps us like just get discovered. All right. And the last thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is please share this episode with somebody you know can appreciate it. All right. You guys know you listen to it. You know who might like this. So share the podcast with somebody you think would appreciate it. You guys, Meagan is giving us a family discount. So check out her Instagram page so that you can find that discount. And if you're like newly married or you're in the opening stages, yo, check her out, man. Enjoy the family discount. And here's some of the professional advice that she has for the people, okay? Now, my genuine words of encouragement for you guys are you gotta be disciplined. How you do anything is how you do everything. Again, how you do anything is how you do everything. When you wake up in the morning, you need to demonstrate the discipline to brush your teeth every single day. The way that you get white teeth isn't by brushing your teeth once. It's by doing it every single day over an extended amount of time. This is true in all avenues of life. Anything that you want to do, anything great that you want to accomplish, you need to map it out. You got to plan it out, and you need to do one thing that will bring you that much closer to achieving that goal. Only through doing that can you find fulfillment. Only through doing that can you find purpose. And only through doing that, let's be real, man. Only through showing this discipline in our lives can we be the people that God truly intended us to be, okay? Now, discipline in all areas of your life. One thing, that's all I'm asking you to do. Identify it, do it, show discipline. Meagan, what are your words of encouragement for the people?
Okay, so I'm gonna stay on the marriage train. And so, married folk, whether you be in the game for 10 years or it's up to y'all. Everyone has needs in a marriage, right?
Everybody.
Everyone desires certain things. I like to call them everyone has a need, but they have a certain flavor of how they want their needs met, right?
Nice.
So if I want peace in my home, my husband might want me to have dinner ready by a certain time. That's peaceful to him. If I want peace in my home, my flavor is clean countertops. And also, like, that's the more surface level things, but like inside the marriage, like, communicating and like knowing, what each other needs. Like after being married for a while, like understanding the flow of your marriage, that takes time. Anyways, I digress. If you want to get your needs met, especially if you're newlywed, freshly wed, fiance, y'all listen up. It's best to open your mouth rather than expecting them to read your mind, right? We don't want our spouses to read our minds because that can set you up for disappointment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think that they know you. You tell yourself if they do this, that means they really love you. No, don't tell yourself that. Don't waste your time. Open up your mouth, ask for what you want, ask for what you need, be very specific, and you shall receive. And let's make a caveat. We are asking requests of others, but not demands.
Ooh.
And those two things are different, right?
Yeah.
A request is like, hey, do you mind? Stick with the clean countertops. Do you mind putting your dish? Can you put your dish in the dishwasher? And then a demand is like, put your dish in the dishwasher. Why do you always do this? I can't believe it. You know that. All the extra, right? So let's not be extra in our marriages. Let's just be chill. Let's make some requests, not demands. And if you have a need, it's up to you to know it. It's up to you to open up your mouth and ask for it, right? It's not up to your spouse to read your mind, especially if y'all new to marriage. Don't set yourself up for that. But yeah, that's my advice. Words of encouragement.
That's what's up. You guys heard it here on How's the Fam, okay? Meagan, thank you for stopping by. We truly appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we got to have you back also. All right?
No problem.
Cool. Hey, you guys, fam's all good. Y'all be blessed.